Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Mitchell J back with another video, and today we've got how Tiger Woods mastered the Masters. It's golf season, baby. Let's check it out.
About to dawn at the most magical setting in golf.
There it is. The GOAT.
Something I never dreamt that I would ever see or ever thought that anyone could ever do. Look out!
Whew. He's hit some incredible shots there, man.
Number 4 for Tiger, the return to glory.
Tiger Woods blew fans away everywhere he went, but nowhere was he ever as good as he was at Augusta National. Five times he would bear that green jacket. And his journey to those titles, to that perfection, is one that every golfer should remember forever. Leading up to the 95 Masters, Tiger had failed to make a cut in his first 7 PGA Tour events as an amateur. And sure, he was still a kid, but everyone who watched him saw his talent for what it was. However, he was yet to really show what he could do against the best golfers in the world. Despite winning the U.S. Junior Amateur in 91, 92, and 93, and then the U.S. Amateur in 94, he was still just this kid with expectations on his shoulders. And now he was given the chance to change all of that. But could he do it? See, the Masters tournament has some special energy and excitement that nothing else can compare to.
I'd love to go to it
one day. For a lot of young players, that can prove to be just too much for them to perform. But for Tiger, I think all of that excitement that only the Masters can bring about helped him figure himself out. But that is not immediate. Tiger would go on to bomb his first drive down the hilly first hole that April morning and got his second shot right on the green. Everything was going to plan. However, he promptly smashed his first putt so hard, it rolled off the green. Clearly, Tommy, his caddy, said the kid was very nervous. But from that point on, he found his groove, made bogey on that hole, and coasted his way to an even par split for the week, making the cut for the first time in a professional tournament by 1 stroke at none other than the Masters. For many players, that would have been a dream come true. But knowing the Tiger we have today, it's no surprise that he expected more of himself. After a difficult 5-over round on Saturday, Tiger birdied 3 of the last 4 holes on Sunday to walk into the clubhouse as the low amateur with his 3rd even par score of the tournament. That day, Tiger told a reporter that Augusta National was the perfect place for him. He just needs to get to know it a little bit better. And oh boy, would he. But pure dominance was still a little bit down the line for young Tiger.
96.
This year, it would prove that it wasn't yet time for Woods to put everything together. After yet again winning the U.S. Amateur in 95, Tiger was still that up-and-coming monster who had the world in front of him. During a practice round that year, he had been paired up with the legendary Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer. And for a lot of people at that time, they probably thought they would never see a greater golfer than those two. However, the two legends themselves disagreed. After playing with Tiger Woods for just 1 round, Jack Nicklaus told a reporter that both Arnold and I agreed. You could take my Masters and his Masters and add them together, and this kid should win more than that. He would go on to say,
I don't know if he's ready to win yet or not, but he will be the favorite here for the next 20 years. If he isn't, there's something wrong.
After going pro at the end of 1996, Tiger Woods likely believed he was ready to compete at the same level as all the best players in the world. We know Woods doesn't go into tournaments that he doesn't believe he can win, and so this was Tiger saying that he was here. He was ready to meet the prophecy that Jack Nicklaus had laid out for him a year earlier and win tournaments.
Ready to take the world by storm.
Going into the Masters that year, Tiger had already won a minor PGA event, had been a runner-up at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, and finished in the top 35 in the Players' Championship just 2 weeks earlier. In 1997, the world was on the brink of Tiger Mania. And that year's Masters would push it over the edge. Scalpers pushed the price of tickets to reportedly over $10,000 just so fans all over to see the fresh-faced, big hitter named Tiger Woods. Energy around the Masters that year was just different. It was magical in a way it hadn't been before. But Tiger's approach that week was likely more different than anything else. See, going into the tournament, he had a bit of a chip on his shoulder. Not to prove anything to the world, but I think to prove to himself that he was the best in the world. Tiger's game was just coming together that week in a way it had never done yet in his young career. The week before the tournament, he shot a 59 in a match against another Futures Masters champion in Mark O'Meara.
59.
And it was clear he was ready, but the only question was, could the newly professional Tiger actually put it together on the biggest stage in the world?
That's it.
In reality, there were a lot of reasons to expect it to not exactly come together. Woods suffered a scare when he nearly lost his father in the months leading to the tournament, and he was still in precarious condition as the tournament approached. The man who had pushed him to become the best player in the world was suffering, and so a lot of people could have expected Tiger to suffer as well. However, instead of kneeling to the pressure, Tiger was actually refining his understanding of the course in a way that all of the best players ever had. Woods remembered everything that Greg Norman, Arnold Palmer, and all of the other greats had taught him in the past 2 years about Augusta National. And he added to that in his first practice round with Seve Ballesteros and Jose Maria Olazabal. All of the intricacies about where to hit it, how to play a shot was stored in his mind. However, nothing could prepare him for losing his swing entirely in the opening round of that week. The night before his Thursday opening round match, Tiger had gone to his father about not having his putting stroke down correctly. Something just felt off to him. So the two of them putt in the house, and the elder Woods gave him a tip or two, and Tiger woke up the next morning having it back. Clearly, the old man still had what it took to unlock his son despite his condition. Well, when Tiger went out onto the first tee that day, he heard his name announced as the reigning U.S. amateur and lost his swing. He bogeyed the first hole that day, and being paired up with the reigning Masters champion Nick Faldo, that couldn't have felt very good, and neither did the rest of that front nine. Tiger Woods finished the front 4 over par and well off the lead. That likely left a lot of viewers thinking that he wasn't exactly ready, still in a bit over his head. But as he has done over and over again in his career, Tiger was prepared to surprise us all. He found his form on the 10th tee and told himself to just get back to even par. From there, they could figure it all out on Friday. He birdied 10, 12, 13, and 17 and eagled 15. Woods
That's a good way to finish it off.
Augusta National, his first day playing there as a professional, 2 under par. That round, he went 40 in the first 9 and 30 in the back 9. On Friday, Woods went on to pound out a 66, chipping it in for birdie on the par 5 third and driving the green on the 360-yard par 4 fourth. He had found his swing and his putting stroke, and he kept them. However, not to be outdone by his past self, Woods, already the leader by 3 strokes going into Saturday, shot a 65. From then on,
that's ridiculous.
Tiger was a dot on the horizon for the rest of the field. He had already won the 1997 Masters. The only question was now, how low could he go? Tiger Woods finished Sunday not only at a then record 18 under par, but also 12 strokes ahead than all of the other best golfers
my gosh, 12.
Tiger would go on to make the cut for the next 23 straight Masters tournaments he competed in, winning 5 of them. And I would love to tell a story of each, about how he never finished worse than 18th until 2012, or won consecutive championships in 01 and 02, or how he fought off Chris DeMarco for his 4th green jacket. But none of his miraculous Masters moments deserve more of a mention than his 2019 victory.
Back from
Back surgery scandals and setbacks had plagued Tiger Woods for the past half-decade, and people said he would never win another major tournament.
Tiger Woods' woes are continuing. Gatorade is now dropping the golfer.
I mean, this is a guy who is no longer scaring anybody out there. Are you giving up on Tiger? I'm giving up on him ever winning anything ever again.
Tiger had
never
once
count him out.
capitalized on his unparalleled work ethic and his incredible athletic ability to win the Masters. But this year, he had to do it differently. He wasn't the greatest golfer in the world anymore. He didn't have the putting stroke that he was once able to figure out late at night with his father, nor did he have the stamina or capacity to hit the ball 15 yards further than the rest of the field. But he had the experience this time. From everything he had learned in his 22 years prior at that tournament, and from everything he learned from Seve Ballesteros, Arnold Palmer, and Gary Player, to combine that to push him into contention for that final day at Augusta National. But the fact is, going into Sunday, Tiger sat 2 shots behind Molinari. Despite playing clean golf the entire tournament,
I
he was
didn't
still
watch this,
behind,
so
and
this is
he
gonna be
had
interesting to
never
hear.
in his illustrious career come from behind to win a major. And now he needed to do it, to set destiny in its place at the oldest he had ever been, perhaps the weakest he had been in years. On Sunday, Tiger put together a tidy first 9 holes. He played clean golf and worked with the setbacks as they came, which were inevitable considering the course was so windy that day. However, all this quiet stalking put Tiger in a perfect place to strike whenever the chance opened up for him. And after Molinari double bogeyed the 12th, Tiger
Ooh.
saw his opportunity. However, with
Take it
6
and run
holes
with
to
it.
go, Tiger was still far from winning this tournament, as he was tied with
Look at the
2
crowd,
other
man.
players for the lead and had 8 other players within 2 strokes.
Tony Finau.
From that point on, Tiger would go on to birdie 3 of the last 6, and he kept pace just ahead of Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, and Xander Schauffele to win his 5th Masters title, despite bogeying 18. At the end of the day, 7 golfers were within 2 shots of him.
That's
But
ridiculous.
Tiger Woods had not only the knowledge to know exactly how to play the course that day, but in those final moments, he found the ability to as well. Everything stood in his way, but the years of learning about himself and adapting to Augusta and maybe a little bit of magic created, in my opinion, the greatest moment, at least in the golf history that
Yeah.
I have seen. Thank you for watching my first documentary on this channel.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That was a great video. Shout out to him. His link to his channel will be in the description. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Catch you all next time. Peace.